Hello and welcome to our course overview for Mastering Linux Security. My name is Mark Heuser, or pseudonym Van Hauser. I'll be guiding you through this workshop. I've been working in IT security and penetration testing since 1995. Plus at the time I was the security team leader of SUSE Linux. I wrote many popular security tools like SUSE Firewall, Hydra, AMAP, THCI IPv6 and many others, and they are part of popular Linux distribution systems like Debian, Fedora, Kali Linux and others. Let me guide you through the course overview, so you get a better picture of what you will see. In this training, we will learn. I will now guide you through the contents of the course. In the first chapter, I want to show you how exposes your machine to attackers from the network. So first, we will be showing Nmap to see port scanning. Then we will use Vulnerability Scanner to scan for vulnerabilities. I will also show you how attackers use password guessing to gain access to servers. And we are not forgetting how administrators are directly attacked, for example, by malware. We will close section 1 with an overview, what is the attack surface from what we learned in the previous chapters. In section 2, we will talk about the 3 most important things you have to do as a Linux administrator: updates, passwords, and firewalling. With updates, I will show you how to configure automatic updates, when they are important and when they might be risky. In the password section, I will show you what makes a good strong password, how to secure the machines against automated password guessing, and how to use SSH passwords and SSH keys. And finally, I will show you how to configure firewalls for various different Linux operating systems like Debian, Ubuntu, and CentOS. In section 3, we will deep dive in how to secure the kernel and harden network services. For example, we will have a look at how to secure the kernel by sysctl, how to disable network services that we don't need. And for a real-life example, we will take a look at how to secure Postfix and Apache to harden our servers. In section 4, we will be talking about local system security, so securing the boot process, the local files and executables. In the boot process, I will show you how a local attacker can bypass the boot process and get a root shell, and also how to fix this to prevent this attack. Then we will talk about SUID files and how they gain additional privilege and what it means for system security. We will conclude section 4 by looking at what files are there, for example with global write permissions, how to find them, how to fix them, and what further you can do for local system security. In section 5, we will talk about secure management. This means secure remote access, logging, monitoring, and backups. For example, we will have a look at how to configure SSH securely and how to use it in a secure way. We'll also take a look at how to configure a log host, which centralizes all log management, and how to review the logs. And we will also take a look at SNMP and how to use this securely, for example in version 3 and strong authentication. We conclude section 5 with various means of syncing and backupping of data. We conclude this training in section 6, verifying the security setup. Here we will configure automated security checks. For example, we will have a look at how to automate Nmap scans for your servers, so you get an automated email if something changes. I will also show you how to use OpenMask to automate daily or weekly scans and automatically get an email if there's a new security involves. I will also show you how to use OpenMask to automate scanning daily or weekly and get an email if a new vulnerability is discovered. To summarize the goals of this course, I try to teach you how to harden your Linux machines against unauthorized access by hackers. We do that by securing the booting up process and the kernel, by configuring proper security updates, hardening network services and setting up firewalling, and automated testing of your service. So if something gets wrong, you should get immediately notified. To benefit from this course, you need basic knowledge of operating Linux as an administrator to understand the exercises. You will also need a Linux server machine for hardening. You can take part of the exercises. And finally, you also need a Linux workstation to work and test from. Both Linux machines can be virtual machines and can be physical machines. That doesn't matter. The Linux flavors covered are Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, and CentOS, but basically the knowledge can be applied to every Unix operating system. How much you will learn depends on how much you already know. If you're new to the topics or you're a novice administrator, You will learn a lot and you will understand every single step I will be showing you. If you're an intermediate administrator, there will be less of you to learn, of course, but still there will be many new parts. If you're an expert administrator, obviously there will be very little for you to learn. However, you might want to watch this course and then recommend it to new colleagues of yours.